Hello, and welcome back to EFT with Lucy. My name is Lucy, and I'm so happy that you're here. You are in the right place if you want to love yourself through a transformation or transform through loving yourself more. So today we're going to be tapping out making a decision. So this is for you if you're struggling to make a decision, you're feeling like you have no idea what to do. Every option seems like it could be the best option, and it's really hard for you to figure out what your next steps are. I really encourage you to stick with me through this entire video because EFT tapping is a somatic practice. So I can tell you all the things, but what is going to make the biggest difference for you is actually tapping this out with me. I promise it's going to be great. You're going to feel more love and more clarity. More love for yourself and more clarity at the end of this. But truly, it's kind of like yoga or working out where you can know the benefits of it and you can even picture, the workout and all that stuff, but you're really going to get the benefits from just doing it. So what's going to happen is you're going to feel more grounded. Your body's going to be in a relaxed and more regulated state. Your fear and stress response is going to be a little bit more muted so that you can actually make a really clear and grounded decision for yourself. When it comes to making decisions, I think that sometimes there's a lot of blockages and barriers that we do have, so we're going to tap those out, but just to name them a little bit off the top is sometimes we just don't slow down enough to create a grounded environment for ourselves to get out of the, flight and fight, fawn, freeze response so that you can actually get in touch with your body, because your body is really so wise. We just have to tune into your body and actually listen to the wisdom, give your body a chance to speak. Because if you're speaking over your body or always going and not turning inward, it's going to be really hard to make decisions that feel good and then trust yourself with making decisions. The other thing I really want to say is it can be really hard sometimes when we know the right choice for us. Sometimes it feels scary. So we'll tell ourselves oh, I just don't know. When in reality, you probably know the right decision for you in your gut. It just feels scary. And you just need a little courage and clarity to figure out the next steps towards following down that path of that decision. So let's get into the tapping. All right, starting on the side of the hand. I have this decision to make, but I have no idea what to choose. It feels really high stakes. It feels like it's life and death. And maybe that actually is true and maybe it's not. But my body is freaking the fuck out. Even though I have this choice to make. And I feel like I have no idea what to choose. I'm loving and accepting myself. I'm choosing to honor and forgive myself for having a hard time, maybe for putting pressure on myself, whether I'm putting a timeline on this or there actually is some external deadline that feels like is coming up fast. I'm loving and accepting myself. And for even the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna create this boundary and this container for myself to feel peaceful, to create and cultivate a sense of calm inside myself so that I can create and come to the best decision for me right now in this moment. Even if I have to make a decision in the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna pretend like I have all the time in the world because I wanna take the time and create the best conditions for me to make this decision. Even though I have no idea what to choose, I don't know the best way forward, and I'm worried about all the implications of any choice that I could make. I am loving and accepting myself. I am giving myself the permission that I don't have to be perfect. I'm releasing this idea that maybe there is one best option and I just don't know what it is. I'm allowing myself to be open to the idea that all the paths forward are good. But I just want to feel and find the one that feels best for me right now. Top of the head. I don't know what to choose. I have no idea what to choose. I have no idea what to choose. I don't know what decision to make. I feel frozen. I feel like I'm at an impasse. I feel like I'm being torn from many different ways and pulled in many different directions. I have no idea what to choose. And it's making me stressed out that I don't know what to choose. Maybe this situation is stressful right now because it feels like no choice is the best option. And I'm kind of sad that I am not faced with a better hand of cards to choose from. But I'm loving and accepting myself, even though I feel disappointed. Or maybe I have a lot of great options to choose from, and I just don't want to miss out. I want to optimize the best choices for me. And it feels so hard. Because truthfully, there are a lot of things at stake. My well-being, my ability to thrive, all the goals I'm working towards, my values, my relationships, might all be really impacted by this decision. I'm afraid I'm gonna get it wrong. Maybe I'm afraid I won't be able to come back from any wrong decision. Like I'm going to irrevocably ruin my life with this one decision. And maybe that's true. And maybe I can speak to that fear. Because that fear is just motivated by trying to protect me. It's just telling me that I really care a lot about myself. And I care a lot about the people in my life. And I care about the project that might be impacted by this decision. And that is okay. It's a beautiful thing. I just wish it felt a little easier. But I'm going to remind myself that I can always come back from this decision. Even though I kind of want to make no decision, which is a decision in and of itself. Making no decision is absolutely a decision. I'm loving and accepting myself even though I feel at an impasse and I feel stuck. I'm just going to create some space to honor all the resistance that is coming up around this decision, all the fears that are coming up. Maybe noticing any patterns that are coming up. Like, oh, I always do this because I always don't want to disappoint this one person. Or I feel like I should be doing this. Or I should feel this way. But the truth is, I feel the way I feel. And I'm in the position that I'm in right now. So I'm going to take a moment to simply accept where I am. Accept what I feel responsible for. And I'm going to allow myself to let go of what is not mine to hold around this decision. Letting go of maybe feeling responsible for other people's feelings or anybody else involved in this situation. And I'm going to allow myself to tune into my gut. allowing myself to feel calm and centered. Even if I've been feeling stressed, I know I have the ability to feel grounded. I have the ability to come back to a still and calm place inside myself. And if I'm having trouble with that, I'm going to allow myself the space to do the things that make me feel good. Whether it's going on a walk or moving my body, putting on a song and dancing to it, doing the things that make me feel aligned with myself, that make me feel like myself. Because the more myself I can feel, the more I can make decisions that help me feel like me. I'm going to remind myself of a time that I didn't know what to choose. And remind myself that whether I chose right or chose quote unquote wrong, I was able to come back from that decision. My life is a very long marathon, an epic book, and maybe this is one chapter. Maybe this is one tiny little mile in my marathon of life, in the saga of my life. And while this is big stakes, high stakes, and it can absolutely direct all of the next chapters of my life, I'm letting go of this idea that it's going to ruin my life. I'm letting go of this idea that it's going to ruin everything in my life. Because I know that life is not black and white. And I want to make decisions that feel like honoring myself, that honor my values, that feel like loving myself. Not from a place of instant gratification, not from a place of bypassing what is best for me, but truly, deeply knowing that this decision is going to help me grow. This decision is aligned with how I want to be, where I want to be heading. And this decision makes me feel like I'm loving myself more, even if it's scary. So I'm clearing this indecision, clearing the fog that I've been feeling around this decision. I'm letting it be safe to know what I want to choose. I'm not going to judge myself for this decision. Not going to judge myself for wanting something in this situation. And I'm calling all of my power back to me. All of my courage back to me. All of my strength back to me. So I can feel really good about this decision. So that I can feel really strong and empowered as I pursue this path. I'm allowing myself to know that I can change my mind. I know it feels better to choose something now and then adapt down the line. Instead of getting stuck in this frozen spot, I'm allowed to change my mind. I am allowed to do what is best for me, even though I've been worried about making this decision. I'm allowing myself to see the positives on the other side of this decision as well. On the other side of the fear around this decision. I'm allowing myself to see the things that I am looking forward to. The excitement of this decision. all the wonderful things that deciding this can bring me. On the other side of the fear or the missing out, I know that there are amazing opportunities for me on the other side of this decision. And I'm choosing to know that there are amazing opportunities no matter what I decide. I am blessed and I am loved and fortunate no matter what I decide. I'm going to love myself no matter what I decide. And I'm choosing to feel really good and excited about this decision. I'm allowing the answers to come to me with ease. I'm allowing the clarity around this decision to come to me with ease. I'm allowing it to feel really good to make this decision. Allowing myself to trust myself as I make this decision. Letting myself feel excited and proud of myself for making this decision. Feeling really energized to follow through on any actions that need to happen as I make this decision. Maybe I can even see myself taking the very first step after I finish this tapping. I am loving and accepting myself every step of the way throughout this process. All right, take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Great job. I'm so proud of you. I switched my camera around because my camera fell. But anyway, I'm so proud of you. I hope that you feel some clarity around your decision. And I really invite you to, right after this video, take the very first step, whatever it is that you need to do, write down your decision, write down your next action step, just to solidify this decision and help you feel like you can walk forward with clarity. I'm so proud of you. Like I said, I think it's not always easy to show up and, create clarity and do the work around something that feels challenging for you, but hopefully you feel better. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I do offer one-on-one tapping sessions and packages to help you feel better in your life, to feel like you are seeing the success and the changes and the healing of the patterns that you want to see in your life. If you would love to work with me, I would love to work with you. You can find the application to tap with me in the show notes below, and I will see you in the next video.